Yeah, it's your man Diggy Smalls from the Chaos Crew, the best commentator on all of YouTube. Yeah, I said it, but you know I'm right. Just like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my sights. What's going down, everybody? It's your man Pro Diggy from the Chaos Crew, but you could call me Diggy if you like. And welcome to my opinion and my take on what are the best assault rifle or rifles in Black Ops 2. Now, bear in mind, these are all completely stock, no attachments unless it needs to be made full auto. I basically did all these tests in full auto mode, so if it's a burst weapon or a single shot weapon, I did put the select fire on it to make it full auto to kind of have like an even playing field here. But that's pretty much it. There's no suppressor, no stock, no grip, nothing like that to affect anything. It's just straight out the box. This is how they are, and I basically judge everything on recoil, which is a 1 through 5, and the iron sights on a 1 through 5, plus the time it takes to kill. So basically that's it, and let's get right into it. First up, we have the MTAR. I do like this gun a lot. I did use it quite a bit, and it's very nice. And as you can see, the hip fire spread isn't too bad. The I guess what you would call like medium short range ADS spread isn't very bad, and then the like medium long range is also not very bad. On the recoil scale, on the 1 through 5, it gets a 4, and the iron sights also get a 4. Now the time to kill, this is of course going to affect everything here, so we're going to be judging at short range, medium short, medium long, and then long, and we have 3 bullets, 3 bullets, 4 bullets, 4 bullets, which isn't bad. Moving on, next we have the Type 25, which hipfire, not that great, but ADS, pretty accurate so far, and then a little bit further away, once again, also pretty accurate. So recoil, we get a 4, and the iron sights I like pretty much, and those are also going to get a 4 out of 5 scale. Now, this is where it kind of falls a little short for me. It's a 4-shot kill across the board. Now, 4 shots at long range isn't bad, but 4 shots at close range, it's not exactly that great. But next we have the SWAT 5.56, which is actually a 3-round burst weapon, but once again I'm doing these recoil tests in full auto mode, and the recoil on this is actually atrocious. It gets a 2 out of 5, but the iron sights I will give a 4. They're not that crowded. They're pretty nice. Now, I'm actually doing the kill test in the normal mode. So this is going to be the burst mode, which is a 3-shot burst, and it kills in 1 burst, 1 burst, 1 burst, and 2 burst, assuming you hit every shot. Now, this is interesting. This is the FAL-OSW. Hipfire, pretty much the same as everything else. Now, check this out. It is a fucking laser beam. I'm pretty sure every bullet went into the same fucking hole, and then further back, it doesn't change much. It's very, very accurate. Now, once again, this is a single-shot weapon, but it's in full auto mode. Now, as far as the recoil, I give it a 5, of course. The iron sights, I'll give a 4. But this is where it's a little different. It's a, 2 shots, 2 shots, 3 shots, 3 shots. But that's not bad, especially if it's in full auto mode. So next we have the M27. Once again, hip fire, pretty much the same as everything else. This is going to get a 4 out of the recoil. The recoil is not bad. It's a little worse when you get over more like further away, but it's still not too shabby. And then the iron sights, unfortunately, are going to get a 3. They're a little bit crowded. I mean, they're usable, but I don't really like them. They're a little ugly, and that's how it is. But it's 4 shots across the board, which once again, not very thrilled with. But it is what it is. So next up, we have the Scar H, which was a little bit disappointing to me. I really like the Scar from Modern Warfare 3, but it's a good weapon, don't get me wrong. It's just if you mash the trigger, the recoil on it is absolutely atrocious. It gets a 2 out of 5 as far as I'm concerned. But it's a good weapon, don't get me wrong, but the recoil is pretty bad. So unless you have good recoil control, it's not that great. The iron sights also, I'm going to give it a 3. They're pretty average. They're a little crowded, but they're usable. And it is 3 shots across the board, which is not too bad. Next up, we have the SMR. The SMR is also a single-shot semi-automatic, but The recoil on it, although very accurate and very good, it's nowhere near as good as the FAL. Like I said, the FAL is like a laser beam. But I mean, this is tolerable. Like I said, this is full auto mode though. The thing that kind of saves the SMR with the FAL is it's actually a 2-shot kill across the board, which is a little better than the FAL, which was 2-2-3-3. As far as that goes, the iron sights, I also give it a 3. So next up we have the M8A1. This is a 4-round burst assault rifle. In full auto mode, the recoil is pretty decent. I give it a 3 just because the longer away you are, you can see how it changes, but medium range, it's very effective. Now this is, so on the recoil I give it a 3 in full auto mode. Iron sights I also give a 3, a little bit crowded, but this is where it shines. It's a 1-shot burst at any range, assuming that you hit all 4 shots, of course. Now we have the AN94, which I compare basically to the SCAR. The stats are pretty similar. The only thing is with the AN94 that I don't like, of course, is also similar to the SCAR in the recoil. I give it a 2 out of 5. You can see the recoil pattern is pretty bad. But the iron sights definitely are better than the SCAR in my opinion. I give that a 4 out of 5 because I do like the iron sights. And it also does 3 bullets kills across the board just like the SCAR. So basically, with all of that information and using all the guns and everything like that, I'm going to give you my top 5. Of course, from what you've seen, the FAL in full auto mode is by far the best in my opinion, simply because it's a really fast kill, 2 bullets, 2 bullets, 3 bullets, 3 bullets, but the recoil on it, as opposed to the SMR, which is 2 bullets across the board, the recoil is much, much better. It's very, very accurate. The iron sights I also give a 4. Now, when you're really far away, you may want to have a red dot on it or something like that, but the iron sights are very usable, so that's my top pick. Second place is actually going to be the MTAR, simply because it's very kind of even across the board. It's 3 bullets, 3 bullets, 4 bullets, 4 bullets, but the recoil pattern, I give a 4. And the iron sights I also give a 4. I do like the gun very much. It's a very effective weapon. For the third choice, I'm going to go with the M8A1 because the 1-shot burst, I do like burst weapons. Now, the recoil is very low in full auto as far as on the 1 to 5 scale, as in it's not very good as far as the recoil goes. But in burst mode, it's not bad. So the M8A1 is a very, very good weapon. I would probably use it in burst mode though, as opposed to automatic, simply because 1 burst, you know, it's 4 bullets, but you know, if you're accurate, you can drop everybody in 1 burst from any range. Fourth, I'm gonna go with the Type 25. Once again, it's basically, it scored 4s across the board. It's 4 bullets to kill at any range, 4 on the recoil, 4 on the iron sights. It's a very good gun, and it's actually in 4th place. Bum bum bum, 4s across the board. But I do like that weapon. It's very good, and that takes the 4th place spot. And finally, I would go with the AN94 as far as to finish off the top 5. Once again, full auto. I do like the fact that it's 3-shot kills across the board at any range, but the recoil is pretty bad. It scores a 2 out of 5, although the iron sights, I do give a 4 out of 5, which would then take me, you know, I would pick the AN94 over the SCAR, which basically has the exact same rating as far as I'm concerned, except for the iron sights are better. So hopefully that was you know, educational. You know, go out there, try out whatever you like. I mean, you know, everybody's gonna have their favorite, you know, but by sounds, iron sights, the way it feels to them in their class and everything like that. But as far as statistics goes, those are my top 5 picks. You can go out and make some really beast classes and have fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This has been your man Pro Diggy from the motherfucking Chaos Crew, but you could call me Diggy if you like. Don't forget, as always, to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my sights.